When we talk about the Knights of St. John, it's always the same faces hogging the spotlight. The French Knights, the Italian Knights, the Spanish Knights. Big lungs, big egos, and big PR budgets. But Malta was decided behind the scenes. And the real kingmaker, he wasn't Spanish or French. He was a German knight, coming from a family of Hohenstaufen ministry officials. Sir Georg Schilling von Cannstatt at your service. I'm a veteran of the Great Siege of Rhodes of 1522, where I distinguished myself greatly. I'm also a survivor of countless battles and campaigns at sea, including the famous capture of Tunis, where I served alongside none other than King Charles V. I was also appointed governor of our outpost in Tripoli, and last but not least, I was also made Captain General of our galley fleet. And possibly between you and me, I'm the most important knight Malta ever had during the first half of the 16th century. After the Knights of St. John lost Rhodes, they were homeless. So they needed a new base. They needed a new island. Therefore, 8 Knights of St. John were sent to scout Malta. 1 knight from every lung. Contrary to popular belief, Malta's 1-star review didn't come from all the knights. That reputation mostly came from the French lungs, Provence, Auvergne, and France. The Knights of Aragon, Castile, England, Germany, they were in favor. The French Knights say Malta is too dry, too exposed, too Spanish. Right now, as you know, France and Spain are at war yet again, and Malta belongs to none other than King Charles V of Spain, protecting Sicily, which, as you also know, right now Sicily also belongs to him. So, do the maths. Years later, with not many options on the table, many historians agree on one thing, that the final decision to take Malta swung thanks to Schilling's political maneuvering. As one source put it, "Woe to him who is against it. For if the order does not soon accept the place, it will come to nothing." Boom! Malta accepted. The Knights of St. John saved. Malta possibly saved. All by a German knight. In front of you is what was the German lung of the Knights of St. John. And Schilling's stock rises fast. In 1534, he is made the head of the German lung. And in 1535, I sailed with Emperor Charles V against that corsair dog, Barbarossa. We take Tunis, a victory so important that Charles himself commissions 12 tapestries to celebrate it. Then comes Tripoli, a poison gift, a dangerous outpost. So, it's entrusted to me. Schilling is made governor of Tripoli in 1535. He early on warns of a very uncomfortable truth. He warns that Tripoli is indefensible. While all this is happening, somebody else is quietly climbing the ranks. A certain de Valette, as he is referred to by his fellow knights in official documents. Now comes the twist. In 1541, Schilling is made the Captain General of the galleys. We suffer an absolute disaster at the Algiers campaign of October 1541. Schilling emerges once again as a hero, saving many Christian lives. Even Charles V orders that his captains follow Schilling's galleys. Meanwhile, de Valette is less fortunate. in a separate naval skirmish, he's captured, he's chained, and possibly made to row as a galley slave. His life is hanging by a thread. And who intervenes? Schilling. By coincidence, or cruel irony, Schilling captures the very same father of the corsair captain that took Jean de Valette. And so a prisoner exchange deal is struck. Your father for de Valette, a future Grand Master of Malta. I can feel it. Boom! Jean de Valette is free, Jean de Valette is saved. And without Schilling, there is possibly no Jean de Valette at the Great Siege of Malta of 1565. So possibly the Knights of St. John are saved yet again by a German knight. Schilling continues to serve, and at the Imperial Diet in Augsburg in 1548, he's awarded a very, very rare title, that of Imperial Prince, in front of all the princes of the realm. No time to celebrate. Greeks are showing. Just as I predicted, we Knights lose Tripoli in 1551. He falls out with the Grand Master. Politics turns ugly, and infighting takes over again between our Spanish and French knights. In 1554, Georg Schilling von Cannstatt finally dies peacefully, possibly in Heitasheim Castle back in Germany. Did Schilling save the Knights of St. John? Did Schilling save Malta? Who knows? Who knows? Without his vote, possibly Malta's never chosen. Without his intervention, possibly Jean de Valette never manages the Great Siege of Malta. Would the Knights of St. John have lost Malta without Jean de Valette? Would Malta have been better or worse without the Knights of St. John? Who knows? Behind the walls, behind the struggles, behind the battles, behind the what could have been or not, the facts are clear. There was this super and brave, capable German knight, one of the Order's finest commanders, fighting hard, pulling strings, closing deals, and quietly shaping Mediterranean history. History remembers heroes like de Valette. Yet it was often men like Schilling who moved the pieces, quietly shaping Malta from the shadows whilst others stood in the light. I'm sure we can agree. Schilling von Cannstatt. He definitely deserves a mention.
Alles Gute an all meine lieben deutschen Freunde.